We welcome you and thank you for your presence. The issue between Iran and Pakistan is not rooted in religious or sectarian divisions, but rather in political and geopolitical strategies. It is not about sectarian bias or religious prejudice. The real issue is the role Iran has played over the past 4 decades in the Middle East and its neighboring countries. If Iran's role were purely political, there might have been room for justification. If Iran genuinely supported democracy, there would be no issue in extending support to it. If Iran's actions were constructive, it would be worthy of praise. If Iran worked to bridge the divide between Arabs and non-Arabs, it would be commendable. If Iran showed brotherhood toward its neighbors, it would deserve goodwill. If Iran advocated for truth and justice, it would inspire devotion. But the reality is that Iran's role from Iraq to Syria, Lebanon to Yemen, has largely been destructive and negative. Let us reflect. Iran-backed militias like the Mahdi Army symbolize a shared mission. Hafez al-Assad, outside the fold of Twelver Shi'ism due to his Alawite beliefs, later united with Bashar al-Assad against Arab interests. In the 1980s, Iran established the Amal militia in Lebanon, sparking armed conflict that severely damaged the Palestinian liberation movement. Today, this conflict has spread across much of the Middle East. Iran has politicized religion, creating an environment of bloodshed and unrest. General Qasem Soleimani, head of Iran's Quds Force, prioritized Raqqa and Mosul over Jerusalem in Middle East affairs. The Quds Force's weaponry was not used for Palestine but to fuel civil wars in Arab countries. These militias have incited sectarian strife and caused rivers of blood from the Nile to the Euphrates. Iran has fostered instability in the region by creating armed groups against its neighbors. Even in Pakistan, Iran-backed groups have succeeded in dividing generations of Sunni scholars and Quran members. Slogans like "Death to America" have pushed youth toward political and religious extremism. Those who speak of unity must ask, what are the true objectives of Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps and Quds Force? Whom did Soleimani, Bagheri, and Salami wage war against? What has been their military and political vision since the Iranian Revolution? Those mourning the deaths of Iranian generals must also understand how narrow and extreme their ideologies were. Iran has targeted thousands of innocent civilians in Baluchistan. In the Syrian civil war, millions of Muslims lost their lives. From Sednaya to Evin prison, countless individuals have been imprisoned for years in Iranian detention centers. On whose tip-offs were missions like Operation Opera and Operation Scorched Sword carried out? Who supplied arms to Iran during the Iran-Iraq War over the Shat al-Arab waterway? Why has there never been a serious investigation into the Iran-Contra affair? If Iran attacked the Kaaba in 1987, is criticizing it today unjust? If Iran celebrated the fall of Kabul in 2001, should that not cause concern? If Iran rejoiced at the fall of Baghdad in 2003, should that not trouble us? If Iran celebrated Saddam Hussein's execution, should we now mourn its generals? Iran sees some of its actions as victories, while we are mourning their defeats. By the grace of God, we reject this contradiction. In the current conflicts, we do not sympathize with Iran's stance. Our position is what the Holy Quran declares in Surah Al-An'am, and thus do. We make the wrongdoers allies of one another because of what they used to earn, and yet, despite our past grievances and differences, we stand with our Iranian brothers in this time of hardship. We stand shoulder to shoulder with them, leaving behind past complaints. In times of peace and war, joy and sorrow and trial and tribulation, we remain by their side.